So, how are we doing? I'm not quite sure at the moment because we've got all of our lance mates damaged. Our center torso is looking pretty rough, and I'm not 100% sure on where we need to be or what we're doing, so we're just killing everything that moves, which is, I guess, the name of the game in the end. Hello. Hi. Welcome back to some more Mechwarrior 4. Had a fun little run on the weekend. Got a little bit of extra time in, so was able to jump back to the campaign and get things back on track compared to where things were previously. So we've been having a bit of success with some heavy mechs, some big ballistic weapons, and things are working well. So we're going to pick up right where we left off.
Sir, one of the prisoners on that convoy wanted to speak to you. She's a Mechwarrior, has served in the forward guard. Pretty solid record. Name, Terra Risner.
Patch her through.
Commander, I want to thank you for the rescue. I just found out what was going to happen to us.
I'm just glad I was in a position to stop it.
Commander, I watched my entire lance slaughtered. I just came a few hours from being executed. I'd like a chance for some payback. If your group is pushing through the desert, you'll be encountering all this Steiner slime
Sergeant, Major Rathburn tells me you have a solid record. Forward guards were elites. We could use you. But not if you're on some vengeance quest. You can hate Steiner all you want, but you need to stay focused on mission objectives or there's no room for
More drama.
Understood, Commander. Not a problem, sir.
Get yourself cleaned up and checked out by medical. Welcome aboard, Sergeant.
Serious?
I look forward to serving with you.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm receiving a comm from your cousin William. He's asking to speak to you.
If I answer, is there any chance of being located?
Negative. I'm bouncing the signal.
Patch him through.
Ah, cousin. So you've been heading up this little...
What's with this guy's hair? That's
Uncle Peter finally got
not
what
a good
was
look.
coming to him.
I'm not sure what's going on with his goatee either.
You always were a nagging little thorn in my side.
Why don't you come trying to pluck me out?
Oh, I
It's
will
just
leave.
so
Or
year
someone else,
2000,
it's
isn't
really
it?
Not important who. Or you could just get off this rock and we'll forget the whole thing. If you just disappeared, I wouldn't pursue the matter. In the spirit of family, you understand. It's not as if you haven't disappeared before.
You helped Steiner murder our family.
All I did was recognize superior strength when I saw it. House Steiner was going to take over Kentari's fort, and I simply put myself in a position to benefit by it.
Backstabs, betrayals,
It's not worth dying over, is it, this little uprising of yours?
family
Yes, William.
tussles,
But when I get to you, you'll be the one dying.
revenge.
Oh, cousin, please. I've beaten you at everything since we were children. I will again. But you won't live that long, Ian.
Doesn't have the weight that
You could still make it out of here alive.
You
it doesn't have any of the impact that they thought
Sir,
it would.
I haven't been able to locate the prisoner of war camp, but we have to move on. Comm intercepts indicate Steiner is moving in a strike force by ship. Once they arrive, we'll be significantly outnumbered.
What about Kulin's threat to start executing his prisoners?
Given his military record, sir, I have no reason to doubt him.
Then we're not leaving the region without freeing them.
Without knowing where they are, that'll prove rather difficult, sir. I don't like it any more than you do, but we've run out of time. I'm sorry.
Give me your best guess, Elise. Where's the camp?
Excuse me, sir. Best guess? Best guesses are no basis for mission planning.
You're wrong, Major. Sometimes they're all you've got.
Without additional data, sir, there's no way we
Your
can...
best guess, Major. That's a direct order.
Yes, sir. I picked up some unusual transmissions from this location last night. I haven't been able to get satellite imagery yet, but there are old records of an abandoned Davion base in the vicinity. The topography in the area would make it ideal. Nowhere to run, very defendable, and very difficult to assault. I've asked the Resistance to fly recon over the location, but They lost contact before they reported anything. I've eliminated almost every other location I can find. That's all I have.
How long before Steiner has their reinforcements in the region?
Best guess, sir. 6 hours.
Contact my sister and arrange for whatever forces the Resistance can put together on short notice to meet me at an appropriate staging location as soon as possible. If your best guess proves to be wrong, Major, we'll move on. After I check it out.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Sergeant?
Still
Commander,
going.
You've had a lot of missions where speed and stealth have been significant. Not the least of which was the one that got me out of that convoy. I think those have been good tactics, sir. But I don't think they're my personal strong suits. We're going to be facing some serious resistance coming up, and I'd like to get in a little closer and start directly confronting targets with more firepower. Now, I realize that it's not everyone's style, sir, but I've had good luck with larger mechs with as many weapons as I can carry. Maybe a tactic we should favor. I guess I'm not much for subtlety.
We're a little short on atlases right now, Tara, but I'll keep in mind that you tend to favor the direct approach.
Thanks, Commander. I understand that it isn't always the right tactic, but it's just the way I've been taught to fight.
Alright, I think we can finally get on with our mission. Although, I have to say once again, I know I've said it before, our own... This guy, what? I only just now noticed that we get a picture. I don't... Silent protagonist is better, where you can actually immerse yourself in the story, because I do not care about this guy. And unfortunately, the voice actor for the main character could have been a lot better, which is disappointing. But that's okay. We're here for the action, and it seems like we are going to get plenty of that. Op 4 Mission 6, sorry. Liberate the prisoner camp. We have obtained reliable information regarding the location of the Steiner prisoner camp. Resistance will be strong, but we need to strike at this camp and liberate the prisoners. Be prepared for fierce fighting involving the largest mechs you have seen to this point. So we're going to take heed of that and run with the heaviest loadout that we can. We did get this awesome last time out. I was a little bit worried about the heat situation, but we may have to run with it because the catapult is probably going to be a bit squishy. So we can do the simple old setup of just straight swapping. The clan ER PPCs do have, of course, because these are regular PPCs compared to ER PPCs, so maybe not. We'll see. The other new mech that we got last time out was that Novacat. How does the Novacat compare? We'll strip that. I'm curious about its armor situation. You're in, hello! Good to see you, thanks for stopping by. The last time out was a little bit impromptu. I had some extra time, so I thought I'd jump on. But we're back on schedule, and glad that you could make it. Haven't even launched a mission yet, just getting started. But last time we picked up a Novacat, and how much? What are we doing here? Armor-wise, 390 for the Novacat. Armor-wise, the Thanatos was our other. No, Thanatos is the 75 tonner, and that has the same amount of armor. So, yeah, that's right. We picked up a Novacat and an Awesome. I'm a little not reluctant, but armor and heat, both obviously. Energy-wise, I think we're going to have to go with the Awesome. We're going to have to bring that along compared to the Catapult, because the Catapult 390 armor points compared to the 450 of the Awesome, and I feel like this is going to be a pretty serious mission anyway. So let's get things working well with the Awesome. Do we want to stick with a PPC loadout? We easily can. We easily can go something like like so. I'm not sure if we want to have something else in there or not. We've got maximum armor. We've got a decent number of heat sinks. So you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's run with a large pulse laser there as well. Although, never mind, the AMS may be useful. You know, we actually haven't had too much trouble with enemy missiles, so keep it simple. Simple and straightforward. That, again, I'm not paying attention. And it's because the dogs are piping up and I'm thinking of that. There we go. Simple. That's what you need out of your awesome triple PPC. What more is there? Let's run like so. The awesome will do nicely. I think we'll stick with the Thanatos for our lance mate, and that Mauler, I think, was still set up with those LB20s and the Mad Cat with the PPCs. So here's what we'll do. We'll take the Mauler once again for ourselves, Mad Cat for the lance mate, and let's go.
Omega Lead, this is Control.
Omega Lead, Control. Go ahead.
I've uploaded all the nav data we have. The Resistance is deploying forward observation units. We should start getting reports soon. Establish contact and rendezvous with Resistance Launch Denali for updates.
Roger, Control. Denali Lead, this is Omega Lead.
Roger, Omega. This is Denali Lead. We're holding position for rendezvous at Delta. Be advised I may get company. Forward observers have picked up a Steiner mech group near my location. I'll echo any forward updates.
Roger, Denali. We'll hook up with you at Delta and watch out for contacts.
Well, something's here. Let's just hope it's the prison camp.
Mechwarrior is a good sign. Steiner doesn't have enough units to patrol abandoned forts.
Sensors online. Weapons systems online.
Alright, so here we go.
Functioning systems nominal.
Attack my target.
This is where things
Take out designated target.
are going to pick up, and
Attack my target.
Roger. RC grounds.
I also realised that
Control stations.
that was a terrible shot. That I'm in a bad situation range-wise, so we'll have to be aware of that. I know what you mean with graphics, though. It is pretty remarkable how good these games can actually end up looking when they're on a proper system, which this one is not, but that never really bothered me. I'm happy with what I've got. But I have seen people getting them looking pretty good. And where are we? There's still that other Cougar. He's quite a ways away now. We've got a couple of Peregrines up there. I do not have a suitable range loadout for this. SRM's doing their job. So the Cougar's down. I have seen that, and it looks fantastic, doesn't it? That's something that is really impressive, is how
Target destroyed.
how people are still working on these games, still improving them, still bringing new features through mods, and giving them a new life. Like, I remember how easy it was for games to kind of just disappear into obscurity when this sort of stuff was new. Like, I love Mechwarrior 3, But when Mechwarrior 4 came out, that was it. You know, you didn't really go back and keep up with those older games.
This is Foxtrot 25.
So I love being able to go back and do this now.
Whole mountaintop is full of enemy units. We've got what looks like 4 groups of prisoner barracks, a lot of enemy defenses, mechs, tracks, and turrets.
Roger, 25. Denali provides support from mech.
But yeah, I'm in the same boat, in the sense of
Roger, RC.
this is how they looked back in the day. It was good enough for me then, and it's good enough for me now. It is the gameplay that is most important to me. Now, this big open space has me not quite second guessing, but has me very much aware that I have a extreme close range loadout in this mech. And it's making me very much aware that positioning is going to be important, and that I don't want to be caught out in the open. So we'll see what we have in store. A couple of friendly Uziels. Because what are we doing? We're meeting up with these guys.
Denali lead. Our units are at your disposal. We can head straight for the front and nab Alpha, but we might face fewer defenses if we circle around back and find a way up where it's less guarded. We'll follow your lead.
Roger, Denali.
This is Risner, Commander. Let's just go in the front door. We need to clear out defenses as fast as possible.
See, I wish that it was a little bit clearer about where is the front door and where is the back, because I'm not quite sure, based on that little bit of dialogue. And how do I get my next nav point? Nav Alpha. On if that's the front door right ahead of us, or if we're going to go back the way we came and come up from the bottom. I, just being conscious of my close range loadout, I'm going to say that we'll swing around the bottom. Try and use some terrain. Try and get, hopefully, up amongst some buildings and some cover, because I feel like that part of the map is going to be a big open area, or we're going to have to cross a big open area to get there, and that'll put us in a bad spot. So we'll see how that plays out, but you have to appreciate the fact that the maps are even like this in the first place. Like, big and open. It's a Mechwarrior game. It's not supposed to be, at least in my opinion, it's not a corridor shooter. It's not... It doesn't feel right to be in extreme close quarters. What is this down here? Or is this is where we started? Okay, that was that turret control from the start. I haven't seen that specifically, the AI upscaling in games, have I? I have seen AI upscaling for things like old footage, old video of whether it's a movie or whether it's something from real life, TV shows and whatnot, and that is very, very cool. That is really good. But I am always conscious when it comes to games that games are games, and the look of them has to be, or is part of the experience. There's some buildings up there. By this I mean, if you think back to games of this era, they're very clearly graphics. And you can tell what's what. The more realistic things get, sometimes it then becomes less enjoyable, less fun. I think about like the first-person shooters, the military shooters of say the late 2000s and early 2010s, where everything is grey and brown and drab. And it's like, yeah, that's probably realistic, but it's then really hard to play the game. It's hard to pick things out because that's realistic. And is that fun? Is that what it's about? I don't know. Depends. But I'm not mad about how this looks at all. But I guess things are kicking off now.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
And this is
Attack my target.
the route that we've chosen.
This is Foxtrot 2-5. Assault group taking fire. Base is on full alert.
Big explosion. Very good. That's those fuel tanks. I love that. What else have we got? There's a couple of Uziels up here. A couple of turrets. Mech hangars. So we're on. Thanatos is taking some damage. And we're right in the thick of things.
Foxtrot 2-5. That group can clear the guard towers on one of the prison barracks.
RC ground. See if you can get in there and start getting people out.
Destroyed.
Roger. Fences are still pretty heavy. We'll see what we can do.
Gee, there's a lot going on here, isn't there? We're going to have to take out turret control. That's what we want.
Color that salvage.
This is Foxtrot 2-7. We've got a Lance of Steiner
Sets those turrets down.
Lance ID designated Mantis.
Roger, 2-7.
Ian,
Copy control.
I picked up the Steiner transmission. It's Culin. He's leading that inbound line. James Culin?
Taking a lot of damage.
I have permission to intercept that butcher myself.
Negative, Tara. We'll deal with them together.
Roger.
So, how are we doing? I'm not quite sure at the moment because we've got all of our lance mates damaged. Our center torso is looking
The fire. See what I mean?
Target destroyed.
pretty rough, and I'm not 100% sure on where we need to be or what we're doing, so we're just
Target destroyed.
killing everything that moves, which is, I guess, the name of the game in the end.
Target destroyed. Ammunition depleted.
Alright, so we're out
Attack my target.
Roger.
of streak 6 ammo,
Take out designated target.
Roger.
and our Awesome is now taking a beating. I'm not even sure where he is. Communications building. Friendly Uziel. Another friendly Uziel. Here is our Awesome. There's a couple of vultures here. There's more than one, so I'll take this guy. That's a catapult. That'll be an enemy catapult, I believe, because we left our catapult at home.
Target destroyed.
Alright, so we just lost our Awesome. Not ideal at all.
Warning. Damage critical.
And I'm taking a lot of damage. Catapult's hurting us. So I know that the objectives are showing a large number of, what's that, 3 or 4 different compounds that we need to get to. We're just clearing them all at the same time. There's no break here. And I know we've lost the Lance mate, we've lost our Awesome, but I am worried about our mech and the others. Ammo as well. We're just about to run out of SRM4 ammo.
Target destroyed.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
Enemy detected.
And they're still coming. That's another vulture. I'm honestly not convinced that we're going to make it through here
Ammunition depleted.
because we're about to run dry. There's our Mad Cat gone. Come on. Vulture is trouble as well. How are you still going? So he's down. Who's next? Vulture's next. Come on. Ooh, we're not going to make this. That's a miss. What have we just run into? Just another catapult. I'm honestly surprised that the Thanatos is still with us because
Omega lead respond.
there we go.
Omega lead, please respond. Omega support. Omega lead is down. Repeat, Omega lead is down.
So that's not ideal. Yep. Yeah. Alright. A rethink. What went wrong? I don't really think much went wrong. It's just we got overwhelmed. So what's the approach? Range. We need a bit more range. So we may need to redo things. This excuse me, this mauler should go back to that Gauss rifle loadout because that just wasn't working and we need the range. So we'll make use of some large pulse lasers this time. We'll keep the AMS because there was a lot of catapults and a lot of vultures. Let's just actually, what is the range here? 800. They're the exact same range. That's good. So that's our mauler setup. The Awesome didn't last that long. The Thanatos was still good. How's that Thanatos set up? Where's he gone? Thanatos. So he's got the two LB10s and an LRM-20. Kind of surprised he lasted. The Mad Cat, plenty of armor. Kind of surprised it died as quickly as it did. Not much in the way of ammunition for those streaks though, so so tempting. What have we got? What do we want? The Awesome PPCs, it'll do. And what does that Nova Cat have? Oh, save transfers. That's a killer. That is a pain. How have you found Mechwarrior 2, I have to ask, in a modern context? I haven't played it in many, many, many years. Does it still hold up? Is it still fun? How's it aged? Because I love that. Love that game. But I'm not sure how much of that is just me trading off nostalgia. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's give it another crack.
Omega lead, this is Control.
Sensors online. Weapons systems online. All functioning systems nominal.
Alright, so we're going again, and we have traded our dual LB20 setup for a bit of extra range, which will hopefully allow us to take care of things before they get too spicy. Ah, it's a miss. Still gonna land my shots though. There's no excuse for that.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean with regards to
Destroyed.
missions like that. Where's that turret control? I know it's here. Turret control. There are some frustrating missions in that, but again, I think it's a sign of the times where mission design could have been better.
Target destroyed.
Alright, what do we got? Peregrine down.
Target
We're good.
destroyed.
Okay. So we are in a better position overall, I think. Taking out the turrets the way we did.
Up and form on me.
Roger.
But
Form
still,
up on me. Roger. Form up on me.
That's a Roger.
we'll see how we go. And yeah, mouse aim. It is a game changer. I remember same situation, not being aware of being able to use a mouse and doing everything with the little arrow keys with Mechwarrior 2, and just piloting the mech itself being a bit of a challenge in its own way. But yeah, I'm glad to hear that it was fun. I'm definitely going to make my way back to Mechwarrior 2 eventually, which I'm looking forward to doing. I'm really looking forward to Mercenaries. I don't know if you've played Mechwarrior 2 Mercenaries at all, or if you've seen much of it, but it is awesome just for the scale of it. There's so many missions, so many mechs, so many ways to do it, and it is it's brilliant. It's one of the best in the whole franchise. And I know what you mean with those Lancemate controls with Mechwarrior 2.
Looks like this is the place. Whole mountaintop is full of enemy units.
Mechwarrior 2 was also, I guess Mechwarrior 4 is as well, before WASD became a thing, or a common thing.
Roger, 2-5. Denali provides support for Omega. Neutralize all defenses and the guard towers at each of the barracks.
Roger, RC. Omega, you copy?
Roger, copy.
Good to see you, Omega. I'm Lieutenant Troutman, Denali lead. Our units are at your disposal. We can head straight for the front at Nav Alpha, but we might face fewer defenses if we circle around back and find a way up where it's less guarded. We'll follow your lead.
Roger, Denali.
This is Risner, Commander. Let's just go in the front door. We need to clear out defenses as fast as possible.
That is something I appreciate. It's a little detail, but it's immersion. They've put in an effort to immersion, and Mechwarrior, the Battletech universe in general, is a rich universe. So if you're doing a game that exists in this universe, you've got to make it immersive, because otherwise you're not making use of what you've got.
Take out designated target.
Copy. Over.
Attack my target.
Alright, so we're going a different way.
Roger.
We're heading straight for this support lance. I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but we're doing it. I don't know how that missed, but here we are. Ah, another miss. So maybe we'll have some luck if we can separate these groups of enemies rather than facing them all at once. That might be what works for us, but we'll see how we go. Yep, we're getting hot. It's a very hot loadout. Catapult down. Vulture, you need to go.
This is Fox Foxtrot 27, we've got a Lance of Steiner elites inbound on the camp. Lance ID designated Mantis.
Roger, 27.
Ian,
Copy, Control.
I picked up a Steiner transmission. It's Kulin. He's leading that inbound Lance.
Attack my target. Negative, Tara.
Just lost a pulse laser.
Roger. That's a kill.
Target is terminated.
Scratch that.
So we've lost some firepower, that's not ideal.
Roger.
But
My target.
Roger.
That's a Roger.
James Kulin, Commander, request permission to intercept that butcher myself. That's a kill.
Target is terminated.
Color that salvage.
right, next one, catapults. So they're coming down to meet us.
Attack my target.
That might allow us to stay away from the turrets. We'll see. But we might not be so lucky. We need to find that turret control though. That is going to be important. Yeah, this is going to hurt. It does.
That's a kill.
Good.
Terminated. Scratch that.
Alright, what else have we got?
We're going to have to hold here until some of those mobiles are clear.
Take out designated target.
Copy. Over.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
So a more methodical approach seems to be working, but still a long way to go. And we're still taking a lot of damage. I do really hope we can find a repair bay in this base, but we may not have the time.
That's a kill.
Target is terminated.
Scratch that target.
Alright, we're pushing up. We really need to find a turret control quickly, because there's a lot of turrets up here.
Enemy detected.
There it is. Turret control down.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Attack my target.
Copy.
That's...
Attack my target.
Is that a repair
Copy
bay?
that.
I'm not 100% sure on the different repair bays. I've had some trouble with it,
Reached.
with identifying them so far. So we're going to have to see what we have to work with here. Because I am going to need a repair, if I can get it.
Warning. Damage critical.
Yes, I know. It's because this Azul is on me. And that center torso of mine is ready to pop.
Target
That's a kill.
destroyed.
So he's down.
Color that salvage.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
So do these factories count as... Whoa! That's trouble. Can I get into here and repair? Is that a thing? Does that repair me? No, it doesn't. Alright. Whoa. That just blew up. A big positive though is that our lance mates are doing much better. But I'm not out of the woods yet. He's down.
Is terminated.
Next
Color
one.
that salvage.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
Copy.
Attack my target.
That's a Roger.
So we don't want to rush ahead. We want to bring them to us. We've got the range now. Do I have the shot? Yeah, one of the previous missions, there was a repair bay. Well, something marked as a repair bay, but I wasn't able to make it work. I don't think I was shutting down in it. I think I needed to shut down in it, but it just wasn't happening. So there's more turrets, so there will be, or there should be, a turret control somewhere. We might try and take care of this Uzil. And then see what we can do. Those dual Gauss are very satisfying though, aren't they? And I think at least with the Mauler, I'm finding that point blank range is not good for it because it just doesn't have the maneuverability. So he's down. So I'm finding it interesting that that loadout and
Foxtrot 2-5. Mech groups have cleared the guard towers on one of the prison barracks.
RC ground. See if you can get in there and start getting people out.
Enemy
Roger. Fences are still pretty
that loadout and
Target destroyed. Color that salvage.
and the way to approach combat, are having to think about maneuverability, because when I had that that LB20 loadout, it was hard work to stay on target whilst staying out of trouble. Not that I'm out of trouble now, because that center torso of ours is still not in good shape. So I am very cautious. Vulture.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Attack my target. Roger. Take out designated target. That's a roger.
And it looks like we might have got that turret because, or the turret control, because they are no longer showing on the radar. That's good.
That's a kill.
Target is
Alright.
Scratch that target. Take out designated target.
Roger.
Take out designated target. Roger.
We're doing a lot better.
Copy that.
target
Looks like most
destroyed.
of the fire. Oh, see what I mean? Target dead.
Target destroyed. Scratch that target.
Mech hangar. There is a repair bay. Can I get to it?
Roger.
What's this? Guard tower.
That's a roger.
That was a bad shot.
Target dead.
Destroyed.
And now he's on me.
Scratch that target.
Target destroyed.
Alright. What's left? Someone take out that guard tower, please.
Copy. Over.
Target destroyed.
Oh, come on. What's it? Yeah, this is the trouble I've had with these mobile field bases, is not getting in them properly. So, now we're good. Alright, we can breathe.
Down.
We can breathe, we made it.
Repairs.
That's good. Yeah, Mech 2 Mercenaries. There's a lot of versions. Lots of different versions, because of course back then you needed a different version for different types of hardware and operating systems and all that sort of stuff. So, can we repair you?
Repair and reload. Roger.
Come on, please. Thank you. So, if you can find one without the bugs, it'll probably take a bit of research. Repair, please. Or
Target destroyed.
Repair your mech. Roger.
not doing it. Okay, we're going to push on.
Form up on me.
Roger.
Close up and form on me. Roger. Close up and form on me.
Target
Copy that.
destroyed.
So what have we got? We've got
Good work, guys.
some guard towers to take out. Yeah, but look, for a game of that age, I think that it is, speaking of Mechwarrior 2 Mercenaries, it is surprisingly well put together. There are glitches and bugs that you can abuse, but of course you can choose not to. And where are we on the map? Where are... There's only 2 nav points. I'm gonna have to do... Well, I'm looking forward to doing some reading and catching up on the different versions of Mercenaries. Dynamic salvage. I don't know enough about Mech 2 Mercenaries, but if that's something that you need a certain version for, or that needs to be enabled or patched or whatever, I'd suggest absolutely make sure you do, because the scale of that game, there are so many missions, there are so many mechs. It has the most mechs out of any Mechwarrior game, save perhaps Mechwarrior Online, but I don't really think that counts. Was there a peregrine? So dynamic salvage is something you'd absolutely want in your game if you can, because it just adds so much to it. So I think that we've kind of done this mission, except for some guard towers, which I haven't come across. I think we've been through all of it, but I have not seen, what's that, alarm tower? Well, don't think that matters at the moment. And yeah, I have seen at least some of those videos, Examine Life of Gaming, and yeah, great series. Great look at these, at this whole franchise, and well worth a watch. I'd recommend for anybody that is interested. Come on. This is one of the things that annoys me with Mechwarrior 4, is not being able to tell what you can get up or not. Prisoner barracks. We don't want to destroy barracks. We want to destroy guard towers. Both guard towers are around first compound and around third compound. So we've done second and fourth. That's not a guard tower. That's a vehicle hangar. What are we missing? And so here's Nav Alpha. I think we've destroyed stuff here. Laser turrets. What's this? More turrets, but we've taken those out. Military storage. It specifically wants us to find guard towers. But the guard towers show up as an enemy on the radar, and there are none of that. Alright, game, come on. What are we doing? This isn't it. That's So we've hit Nav Alpha. And Nav Delta is where we met up with those units. Do the alarm towers count? I'm fairly sure they wouldn't, because guard tower.
Attack my target. Roger. That's 3 down. As soon as we get some space, we'll pull you around.
That's a kill.
Alright, that's a bit annoying. I wish it was clearer with where they are. So there's one other group of prisoner barracks that we've missed. And this is definitely where I wish I was in a Timberwolf or something faster than our 65k Mauler. 65k isn't super slow, but in a scenario like this, I wish I was in a clan mech with another 20 or 30k's. It'll be over here, isn't it? Yeah, of course it's over here. Guard tower.
That's all of them. Guard towers are down on all barracks.
Alright.
Work.
Ground, stand by for evac recovery.
Roger, RC. Getting set.
Hewlett, this is Ian Dressari. I know you're here. You wanted to wipe out my family? Here's your chance to finish the job.
Good of you to offer me the opportunity, Mr. Dressari. Lord Roland will be grateful to be rid of you. He'll be pleased when I tell him of your demise. You may just earn me a promotion. My thanks.
First, you have to make it happen, Hewlett.
I have your position now. It won't take long.
Take out designated targets.
So here we go. This is the big finale for the mission.
Copy.
That butcher's going down. Won't be easy.
take out that slime.
What have we got? 3 vultures.
Problem with your mech, Mr. Desari.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
I'm not sure where my lance mates are. There's one. 3 vultures and a mad cat. Those LRM-20s hurt, no matter who you are or what you're in, don't they?
Target dead.
Target is terminated.
Scratch that target.
Take out designated target.
Alright, let's get him.
Roger.
Attack my target. Roger. Take out designated target.
Roger.
So he's got a custom loadout, which is something that I'm impressed by, because a lot of these games,
That's a kill.
Target is
there he is.
terminated.
Color that salvage.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Attack my target. Roger. Take out designated target.
Copy that. RC, we've got a mech down.
Roger. R1, track ejection and coordinate pickup. Expect resistance.
Yeah, he was in a modified loadout. He had a Timberwolf with
Target dead.
2 PPCs
Terminated.
and 2 Streak 6. That's similar to what we built. That's one of the problems that pretty much all the Mechwarrior titles have had,
Omega
is
control. This is Omega lead. All defenses neutralized.
that the player is able to build awesome mechs,
Looks like it was
and
a tough
the enemy is
fight.
just
Attack
in
Omega 150.
stock stuff that isn't up to scratch.
Extraction with the resistance. We're packed up for departure for the next stop. As soon as we get everybody back, we'll be set to lift, and you can get some well-deserved rest. Good work.
Thanks, Elise. Omega heading back.
Alright, so we made it. That was more of a challenge than I expected, but that's good. It should be. It should be. So, what do we get for our trouble? We have another vulture, so that's 3 vultures now. Lots of just assorted stuff. Some more clan LB 10 autocannons, another clan Gauss rifle, a long tom. Not sure if we'll use that or not, but we'll give it a go. And on we go.
Ian, there are a lot of people here who have a lot to thank you for. We're still coordinating the prisoner evacuation, but we're going to start airlifting personnel out of Hadra tonight. By the time Roland's reinforcements arrive, we'll be long gone. We'll rendezvous with you and Jatil, and then start concentrating our efforts on retaking the capital. It's going to be a tough fight, but with...
Sir, I'm sorry to cut in, but we're picking up a broadcast you both need to see. It's Roland. I'll patch it through.
The town of Vale has been identified as a distribution point of illegal weapons and equipment, stolen by terrorists to use against Duke William's forces. The flow of these arms has cost numerous lives in Kantari's peacekeeping forces. Such open defiance of the law is a disease and will not be permitted to spread, whether the source is an individual, a mob, a town, or therefore, to maintain order and
He's a bit of a cartoon bad guy, isn't he?
military forces have been mobilized, and at 6 a.m. coastal meridian time, Vale will be leveled to the ground. No building will be left
Like,
standing.
you wouldn't do that.
No man, woman, or child will be allowed to escape to spread their seditious contamination to the rest of Kentaris.
Like, don't genocide.
What does it mean? He's going to destroy
Just-
Vale? What can we do?
I'm not sure.
That ain't it.
Rathburn,
Yes, sir.
where is Vale? Have the satellites picked up anything moving into the area?
Nothing significant. Vale's on the eastern coast, sparsely populated. Most of Roland's military
Yes.
presence in the area has been driven back or wiped out. That's why the resistance was routing supplies through the town. The region's mostly swamp, which would cut off any... Oh, hold on. This might be something. I've got a comm intercept for Roland. Looks like Castro.
Kulan starts executing military prisoners and now you're playing at genocide? Are you insane? Do you know anything about the history of this planet? You won't stop rebellion this way. You're going to spread it. Not just across
She's right.
Kentaris, but beyond. I refuse to be a party to this madness.
which is why I removed
What?
you from the chain of command on this operation.
What's
While
with
you would have whined about the logistical details and
What's with
asserted that the rapid application of force was impractical, Commandant Burke identified an airfield near Vale.
Are they doing his makeup
from
or
which
something?
we can
That's
stage the second bomber wing to implement our demonstration.
That is unreal.
The second I have those bombers protecting the
And once the bombers have finished with Vale, the population of this planet will finally understand what defiance will get them, and this conflict will end. From now on, you will confine your attention to defense of the capital. And Vondo,
And yeah, that is
challenge my authority again.
exactly the point. Like,
I'll consider you a threat to this operation.
cheese is one thing, but
and have
yep,
you shot. I believe this concludes our discussion.
if it's not making you care,
Major,
that's a different
Yes,
story.
sir.
airfields near Vale?
The second bomber wing are Shallones. They'd have to carry a lot of
Shilohs.
ordnance, which would limit their range.
Or I could be wrong. I've always
Old
known them as
abandoned
Shilohs.
airfield about
But
70 clicks away that would
that
have
could
a
be-
strip long enough.
We'll have to divert from Jateo.
That could be my incorrect pronunciation.
Resistance will have to make strikes without us. Can they do that?
Fixing lawsuits. To save Vale? Yes. Good luck.
Thank you. Major, upload what you have on the airfield. Let's get moving.
Yes, sir.
Alright, come on. Let's do
I
this.
wish I knew more about what you're up against, young Duke. Under the circumstances, I advise you to take larger chassis, but something with
Yep.
jump jets. Keep in mind,
I'm not taking
marshy
jump
terrain
jets.
will be more of a hindrance to larger mechs. There will probably be smaller, faster vehicles to contend with, so perhaps some faster recharge weapons, maybe pulse lasers. There's plenty of water to cool off, so don't
The lighting
worry
on
too
this
much
dude's
about
really
it.
weird as well. Look at this. His face
For
is all
night
lit up,
missions,
and then
light
everything else is
amplification.
dark. It makes him look
Flares
like
if you wish, but they serve the enemy as much as yourself. Since
Makes it
we
look like
don't
his
know
head's
how
just
the enemy will be equipped,
photoshopped
maybe
on
an
or something.
ACM and some kind of missile defense would be good. I'd also suggest conventional armor. We know little about the enemy you'll find here, so
Those
I can give you little
we've already
counsel you
established
don't
that
already
it
know.
doesn't matter.
It was right to divert, young Duke. The people of Vale and all of Cantares have in you the guardian they deserve. Serve them well, but be wary for yourself.
This guy's our biggest cheerleader, isn't he?
We salvaged a couple of long toms, young Duke. I wanted you to know should the opportunity come up for you to use them. They are basically snub-nosed artillery pieces. Incredibly powerful area effect weapons, but they're large
Yeah, that's
and they're
fair.
very heavy. Personally, I don't care much for them. Their travel times are too long to be useful, in my opinion. Still, I have known very good mech warriors who do swear by them, so I wanted you to know they were available.
I am with him though. Long toms have never been me, but that's how it is. Yeah, speaking of cheese and caring about your characters, Command and Conquer. I'm sure everybody has seen the Command and Conquer series and the cutscenes or the acting and the interactions with that. There's George Takei, Tim Curry, J.K. Simmons, all these excellent actors going full ham, having a great time of it. It's hilarious, it's fun, it's awesome. It's what this, I think, wishes that it was. That works. This doesn't as much. But what do you do, right? Yeah, George Takei is brilliant. But if you haven't seen Tim Curry, you have to see Tim Curry in it as well. Tim Curry plays one of the Soviets, and I'm not going to do it because it won't do it justice. But the most famous scene of his is getting all excited about fleeing to or escaping capitalism by going to space, and it's so good. And yeah, I know that line too. So good, love it. That's how it should be done. That's fun. This is tiresome, those cutscenes, but that's all right. We're not here for cutscenes. We're here for Mechwarrior. Op 5 now. Op 5 Mission 1, destroy bombers. Steiner air assets based in a hidden base somewhere in the swampland to the south of Vale may be used as a weapon of terrorism. We cannot let them threaten the local populace any longer. Destroy the bombers and the control tower to end this threat to all non-combatants in the area. Yes, that... exactly, that is 100%. That's Command and Conquer. I'm not 100% sure on which entry in the series it is, but it's a meme and it's amazing, and it is well deserved. Oh, so good. All right, now where are we? We are going to jump into. I can do something with this mad cat that I've been thinking of. It was a little too ammo dependent with those SRMs, so here's what we're doing instead. This is actually a Warhawk loadout. I think this is Warhawk, not A. Anyway, Warhawk is my favourite mech, and this is one of the variants with 2 PPCs, 2 pulse lasers. Simple as that. The PPCs have a longer range, don't they? Yes, they do. So 900 meters plays 800 meters. Yeah, it's a lot of range. So we'll give this one a crack just to mix it up. We're now in a swampy area. I'm going to guess that we'll have a bit more luck with heat. So we might be able to do something with the Nova Cat as well. Do we want... Why don't we try something like so? We'll go to the 2 PPCs for the Nova Cat. Gotta love PPCs. We want maximum armor for him, because you have to. We will make use of the AMS as well, just to balance that out. We've got a decent number of heat sinks, so we're now... Can we play something here? No. Oh, why has it done that? This is a bit annoying. Off. There. How many? Small pulse laser is 200 meters. What's a small laser in 200 meters? How silly can we get with this? We haven't done a... we haven't done a small laser boat yet. It's still got great heat efficiency, doesn't it? Idiot. Oh, why do I keep doing that? That's me not... that's me not looking at the buttons as I push them. It's a tad slow, so let's do it this way. Let's try... lots of small lasers. No. What are we going to run? Let's have some fun with this. Let's have some fun. Let's mix it up. Our awesome. We'll ditch the awesome for the moment, because I want to have a play around with some of our new toys. So this Nova Cat. I do wish it was easy to figure out what you had where. Because I want to get a bit silly with this Nova Cat. I have some fun with this Nova Cat, I should say. Oh, they're the same weight. Jeez, that's right. So I might have gotten a bit ahead of myself. Yeah, never mind. Never mind. For some reason I thought that PPCs were heavier than large pulse lasers, which is amazing that only weighs 6 tons. That is quite amazing. Anyway, let's get... How do I have 30 small lasers now? There were not 30 small lasers there before. I think that we might have just done medium lasers, small lasers, ER smalls. 15 ER large lasers. We didn't have 15 ER large lasers. I don't think we did. Have we just done an inventory glitch of some sort? I'm not sure. I might have to have a look at that later. I didn't mean to if I did, but we did not have 30 small lasers before. But anyway. Come on. This is what we were doing. Yep. Yeah, you gotta. You gotta do it, don't you? I have no idea if that's it. I'm sorry, guys. I am clearly not with it tonight, and that's embarrassing. I don't know how many times I have clicked the strip button when I've gone for the group button. So this is silly, but you have to, right? You have to. Alright, where's our Mad Cat? That's pretty tight on heat, but what are we doing here? We've got we want to take the Nova Cat for something different. I was going to take the Mad Cat, but no, stick with something different. The Thanatos, that's working, so we'll stick with the Thanatos. The Awesome. Actually, you know what? Let's get some extra heat in that Awesome. It's got armor. Yeah, keep it simple. That'll do nicely at range. And we still actually have our Mauler, which can go back to the way that it was. Alright, that's sorted. That is more than enough playing around. So, let's get on with it.
Alright, Elise, I'm in position. No sign of the airfield.
It's around there somewhere. No precise location data. You'll have to scout around.
Roger.
Once
I
you
remember
find the
this.
field, see if they've reactivated the control tower. If you take it out, they won't be able to fly another group of bombers in there.
I've got some lights up ahead.
If you run into any patrols, take them out quickly. You don't want them to warn the field before you get in and destroy the bombers.
And don't apologise, I was spending way too long messing around with in the what do you call it? In the mech lab, being indecisive and not really thinking properly, but
Target destroyed.
But we're back in it. I remember this mission because
Form up on me.
Roger.
Form up on
this. Well, I remember this environment.
Form on me.
Roger.
It's really distinctive, and I like it. It's a great change of scenery. We're back with water, so we can run these more heat. We'll run these hotter builds. Oh, and we're getting shot at, so. Come on. How am I missing that? That's better. Alright, so we are in the Nova Cat. So that we are making use of something different. All energy loadout. I'm not 100% on if we will get close enough to make use of all of these small pulse lasers, and I'm not even sure if it will be effective or not, but you got it, right? You got to give it a try. But the PPCs are definitely doing their job at range. Look at that. That's a cool effect with the residual lightning from the PPCs. Yeah. This is working better.
Target destroyed.
What do we have there? That's an alarm tower. There's a condor here. Yeah, excuse me.
Target destroyed.
Another condor. We don't have any objectives or a working objective screen in this mission at the moment, which is a little strange. I like having the objectives up so we know where we're at and what we've got left to do, but so be it. Friendly Mad Cat, Mauler. All right, we're all here. Let's continue. Another peregrine. Crane over there. Vehicle hangar. What's this behind us? Just going to have to watch our positioning. I don't want to all of a sudden end up in the middle of everything. But the high ground will help us out, so we're going to make sure we're making use of that.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
But it seems like there are enemies from every direction.
Target destroyed.
Another condor out there. He's almost a kilometer away, so that's alright, we'll push on. And again, I wish we were a little bit clearer with our objectives. We've just got to... That was a miss. I guess we'll take it as destroy everything. Keep it simple, right? Lancemates are doing well. We've fitted them out with ranged weapons. We've got a lot of PPCs, a lot of large pulse lasers.
Enemy units on field. All pilots report to planes. All pilots to planes.
Here we go.
Units, scramble.
Now, I wish I knew what the green on the map was. I'm not 100% clear of what that's supposed to be. Enemy Nova Cat over there. Shiloh, and there we go.
Target destroyed.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Alright. I got no idea if this many pulse lasers are going to do much damage or not, but why not? What is difficult is staying on target at close range like this.
Warning. Heat exceeding.
And that's where the heat creeps up.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Oh, that's
Watch out. They can't destroy Vale with one bomber, but any that get airborne may circle back and try to take you out from the air. Target dead.
so.
Target's
Those
destroyed.
bombers we need to take out. Where are they? Do we destroy the tower? Not sure. But either way, that's our objective, is stop these bombers from getting off the ground.
The control tower's toast. They're not bringing any replacements onto this field. Take out designated target.
Roger.
Take out designated target. Roger. Attack my target.
He's done. Good.
That's a kill.
Target is terminated.
Target destroyed.
Attack my target.
Roger.
This vulture needs to go down.
Roger. Attack my target.
Roger.
We'll say that the vultures in this game can do a lot of damage quickly. So they are a threat.
That's the last one. All bombers destroyed.
Roland will try something else. He can't afford to make a threat.
Okay, we're still good. Alright.
Roger, Omega. Mission complete. Return to base. Roland's not going to be too happy about losing his airfield and one of his few remaining bomber wings. Guess he should have listened to Castro. Good thing he never does.
Take out designated.
We salvaged another mauler. That's interesting. I'm not sold on the idea of all those small lasers, but those PPCs are working really well. So we might have to do something with those. More Gauss rifles, another LB-20 autocannon, a few cool things. 2 maulers is interesting. We'll see if that's important later.
Good work, sir.
Solo
Destroying
mission
the
time.
bombers gave Vale a stay of execution. Unfortunately, it may only be a limited reprieve. I picked up this transmission as you were returning from the mech bay.
My lord,
What is it?
the airfield's been destroyed. When I arrived, it was still on fire. The bombers are scattered in pieces all over the area.
Destroyed? Scattered? I had communication with that airfield not 2 hours ago.
Yeah, but we're that
There are
good.
signs of mechs all over the field. It must have been Vasari.
If you and William had killed this upstart along with his uncle, I would still have my satellites, still have my dropship, still have my supplies, still have my bombers.
Yeah, but
and
you don't.
Still have some reason not to have you flogged to death. As it is, I have none of those things, and no way to follow through with my decree.
You have the destroyer stationed at Argonne, my lord. It could sail up the coast and shell the town from the sea. It could be here with only a day's delay in your decree. And Risari must still be in the area. I'll find him and bring him to you.
Bring me Dressari's head, and you live. But your failure to deal with this situation earlier will be noted on your record, along with 2 grade reductions in rank. Are my orders clear, Lieutenant?
Yes, my lord. I will begin my search immediately. He will be dead by morning.
Doubt.
That's it.
Is there any way we can stop that destroyer?
Negative. But I had another idea. Roland won't rest until he levels the town. Let him. It'll be almost 40 hours before the destroyer's within range. Vale is a seaport, as are several other towns within 60 clicks along the coast. Collectively, they have a small fleet of civilian watercraft. We evacuate the town by sea, boat lift the entire population out.
Is that possible?
If we act fast. This whole coast has become a hotbed of resistance activity. I don't think there'd be any question we could get the ships. It'd be close, but it could be done. Roland does have some small craft that patrol the coastal waters. They're spread out over a large area along the coast. They'd have to be eliminated, or they'd stop the evacuation and radio for reinforcements.
All right. We'll split up and hunt down Roland's coastal patrols individually. They shouldn't present much threat to a single mech.
I'll upload a map of the area and contact resistance personnel to get the boat lift started.
So, Ian, I saw Lieutenant Burke's exchange with Roland. Sounds like if you don't get him, Roland will.
Either way works for me.
Don't you want to take him out yourself? I do. That's the pig that killed the colonel.
I don't care how it happens, Casey. I want it to happen, but right now I'm trying to save Vale.
So am I, sir. No question. But it'd be okay with me if Burke got in the way.
I suspect you'll get your wish, Casey.
Alright, so simple mission. Searching for and destroying a bunch of hovercraft and little things. So, what can we shave? Yeah, we can get away with that. Now, Novacat is now a Warhawk. Mouse button 1 is the left mouse button. I think this is the way to go for what we're up against. Now just checking. I don't think I can set individual weapon groups to chain fire. We'll see. But anyway, Op 5 Mission 2, Destroy Patrols. We need to split up to cover all threats to the civilian populace. Your job will be to sweep through the swamp and eliminate all enemy patrols. You can expect mostly hovercraft, but do not underestimate Steiner. Noted.
In position. Pretty foggy.
Roger that, Ian. Just run the nav points I set up in your nav computer, and take out any patrols operating in the marshes. Should be mostly hovercraft in that area.
Should be.
Satellites picked up 4 groups.
Roger, Major. I'll sweep the nav points and destroy any units I see. How's everyone else doing?
They're all deployed, taking out some of the other threats to the boat lift.
How's it going, boss? I ran into a few units, mostly hovercraft.
Ian, Steiner had a few batteries set up for coastal defense. I still have a couple to take out. Be careful out there.
It's us here. I haven't encountered anything. Inland's pretty empty. Good hunting, sir.
Sweeping south, Commander. Ran into a couple patrol boats, but other than that, been pretty light. Makes me nervous.
Glad to hear everyone's staying busy. I'll sweep this area and get back as soon as possible.
Target destroyed.
Alright, we've got plenty of water. We got some small threats. And we got a lot of PPCs.
Target destroyed.
It's a bit of a shooting gallery. Just need to make sure that we don't get surrounded, and we should be good.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
I feel like the water isn't doing as much as some other titles. That was always something that was pretty cool with the Mechwarrior games, I thought, was the environmental effects. You don't really see that in many other games because, of course, what else has a heat mechanic? It's pretty unique. And, of course, a really important part of the balance and flavour of this whole series. Yeah, shouldn't. I keep saying shouldn't be. We know how it's going to go. We all know that there's going to be more.
Target destroyed.
Or more than just hovercraft and tanks, I should say.
Target destroyed.
And I think we've seen in the last couple of missions that you really cannot underestimate the value of range. I know here we are, we're only barely 300 meters from the targets, but
Target destroyed.
Being able to strike at any range,
Warning. Heat exceeding
I'll say any range, but you know what I mean.
Heat level critical. Shutdown imminent.
No, we're good.
Target destroyed.
Is so critical.
Heat level critical. Shutdown imminent.
Yeah, right.
Target destroyed.
Being able to set your own boundaries, I guess, being able to dictate the terms of battle is so important. I guess that really does go for any kind of combat game, any kind of shooter. But if you are able to control where the battle takes place, which of course maneuverability and weapon range is how you do that, which I guess another thing. Here we are in the Nova Cat, which is a little bit slower, or is set up to be a little bit slower than something like a Timberwolf, but still 75 kph is more than enough. Hello, Beta. More than enough speed to make sure that you're not stuck or caught out of position. Yeah, we're good. Using the terrain is important as well. The water hasn't really been helping us too much, but I like this high ground over here, so we'll be sure to take advantage of that. Yeah, up here is where we want to be. There was one just there. There he is.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
PPCs, you just gotta love them. Especially paired PPCs, and especially paired pairs of PPCs. Where are you? There you are.
Third patrol neutralized, Control.
Roger. Just hit the last one and get back.
Roger. I
Duncan
just picked
Burke.
up intermittent radar contact. Any RF sources in the area?
I remember you.
Negative. Maybe you'd better break off.
Just one patrol to knock off, and I'll head back.
We'll continue on. Although I wonder what would happen if we did go against a mission and turn back and get that guy. Actually, now I'm curious. Is that Thor going to be there? I think it's Thor, isn't it?
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Is he there the whole time, or does he spawn in? And what would it do for the mission if we played it out of order? I'm curious about how all that sort of stuff works. Game design-wise, or mission design-wise, I should say.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended
Yeah,
level.
we're good.
Target destroyed.
But I am enjoying this Nova Cat.
Target destroyed. Warning.
Okay, that should be the last of them. I'm on my way back.
Destroyed.
So soon? The fun's just starting.
Who's on this frequency? Identify.
You don't recognize my voice? I'm
Nope.
Bert. This is Lieutenant Burke. Time for you to join your uncle, you worthless insect.
Ian, get out of there.
Where's he gonna go, lady? No place to run. Doesn't have his lance to hold his hand. So sad.
Omega unit.
Where are you?
Move to 00402151.
No, we're good.
Best speed. Omega lead requires assistance.
No, we don't.
But they're too far away, Major. By the time anyone gets here, there won't be anything left to save. I knew you were in the area, Dasari. It was just a matter of hunting you down.
Yeah, so come on.
Resist a chance to save your people.
I have the high ground, Duncan. I think that's how the line goes. So where is he? Come to me. I hope this isn't one of those things where the cutscene shows him charging towards us, but he's actually just chilling, waiting for us. I don't want to give up this spot. So anyway, guess we'll head on down to this one.
Enemy.
There he is. Yeah, he wasn't moving at all.
Dasari, you'll be just as dead as the rest of your family. That's the best you have.
Exceeding
You
recommended
fight
level.
worse than
Oh,
some
we're out of
Peter did.
range, yeah.
Come on, boy. Give me a little
sport for my trouble. Time to join your daddy, boy.
Jeez, that's a terrible line.
You're outclassed, outgunned, and out of time. Any last words?
So what's that got? 2 PPCs and an LB10. I'm a little bit disappointed that they got rid of the classic Thor loadout. That was a miss.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
That water isn't helping us like it should. Come on. He is,
Damage critical.
he's doing his fair share, isn't he? That's PPCs for you. No, 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 no. Come on. I'm paying for all those missed shots. I do want to put some space between us, but that's how we do it. Oh, there he is. Oh, what? Ah! That's a tough pill to swallow, isn't it? Come on. That's a shame. Ah, well. Alright. Again, I'm still happy enough with what we've done. I do love this loadout, so we're not going to change that. PPCs are great. Novacat, I'm really enjoying. I don't know. I feel like it was a double KO almost, where we both landed the final blow at the same time, because, or maybe it was the explosion. I'm not sure, but either way, we paid for it. But I think I think now I found the rhythm of how to work with this loadout and these PPCs. So we'll be able to make it work. Just like we've said so many times with all of these games, you've got to play it smart, because you'll pay big time for mistakes and overconfidence. And I did notice as well that I think that that's another custom loadout, so I think that they're doing the thing where why did those miss? Where the named opponents are getting custom mechs, which I suppose makes sense and helps to make them a bit more of a challenge. So we're not mad about that. Just need to make sure I don't let myself get carried away trying to knock out all of these hover tanks in a hurry. Ah, come on.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended heat level critical. Shutdown imminent. Target destroyed.
Yeah, it's alright. We're good. So we will save our coolant for our friend Duncan, because it shouldn't matter with these hovercraft. They keep getting stuck on the terrain, don't they?
Okay, got one. Not too bad.
Roger that. Shouldn't be more than 3 left.
But I'm curious now. I will try and take him out. If he pops up on my radar again, will I try? I'll give him a go. I think I'll give him a go. Like, why not? I'll try and take him out early, if the opportunity is there. But again, we need to play it smart.
Target destroyed.
There's a pattern to hit with these PPCs. There's a timing to it where we can get off
Target destroyed.
A salvo from each group and then relocate, use the cover, and let it cool down a bit. And I think that's the way to go. We spent way too much time just tanking damage from him, which is not smart at all. I don't know how those both missed. Yeah. Where are you?
Target destroyed.
Yeah, I feel like you're probably right. I'm not familiar enough with how the game actually programs that. Does he spawn in and then get removed? Is he always there? There's a mission in Mechwarrior 3 where, very similar to this, you meet an enemy Thor at the end of it. And he comes up from a platform, which is very cool. But if you don't follow the mission, you can... oh, we've taken more damage than we did last time. That's why, because there's one right there.
That's 2.
Roger. At this rate, it shouldn't take you too long.
You can... If you go outside of where the mission is supposed to take place, you can actually find this enemy Thor, where he's been placed into the game, and you can destroy him before he actually activates, and then reach the point that triggers him, and then he spawns in dead, or he teleports over to this platform, comes up, and there's a dead mech because you already destroyed it. But yeah, I'm curious about that. Can we find him powered down, or is he just a ghost? But I'm mildly annoyed that I let myself take more damage. That's what comes from rushing things.
Third patrol neutralized, Control.
Roger. Just hit the last one and get back.
There he is.
Roger.
Oh no.
I just picked up an intermittent radar contact. Any RF sources in the area?
Negative. Maybe you'd better break off.
Just one patrol to knock off, and I'll head back.
Now we're going to give it a go. He was over here. Let's see. Yeah, I appreciate that sort of thing. Ah, mobile field base. We are definitely taking advantage of that. So he was around here somewhere on the map, so, or on that little radar when he spawned. So I think that, yeah, maybe you're right. He's
shutting down, initiating repairs.
Maybe he's not really there, because we should have walked right past him. Although I would be really curious to see if somebody has done some proper work on this. Because there's nobody around here, or at least nobody active around here, and the map is not that big, so alright, we push on. But happy to have found that repair bay. There you go. There's an MFB here. And isn't that the perfect example of what a map, a Mechwarrior map should be like? It's not a huge map, but there's enough terrain without it being corridors and hallways and stuff. Enough variation to it. It also does make me wonder though if we, because from the spawn you can see this group of enemies. Makes me wonder what would happen if you destroyed them first. But
Warning,
that's alright.
heat exceeding recommended level.
Maybe another day.
Warning, heat exceeding heat level critical.
Yep, I know.
Imminent.
Hello, puppy.
Target destroyed.
It does make me wonder how many
Warning,
missions have MFBs
destroyed.
hidden in them. Do they all have an MFB somewhere, maybe? Don't know.
Target destroyed.
One, and the last guy stuck on terrain.
Okay, that should be the last of them.
There he is.
I'm on my way back.
So soon? The fun's just starting.
Who's on this frequency? Identify.
You don't recognize my voice? I'm hurt. This is Lieutenant Burke. Time for you to join your uncle, you worthless insect.
Ian, get out of there.
Where's he gonna go, lady? No place to run. Doesn't have his lance to hold his hand. So sad.
Omega units, move to 00402151, best speed. Omega lead requires assistance.
Oh, but they're too far away, Major. By the time anyone gets here, there won't be anything left to save. I knew you were in the area, Dasari. It was just a matter of hunting you down. Couldn't resist.
Right, so here he is. What's the range in our PPCs again? They are 900 meters on the ER PPCs. So, can we get into a position to do some damage before? Jeez, we're close, aren't we?
When I finish with you, Dressara, you'll be just as dead as the rest of your family.
Recommended level.
That's the best you have? You fight worse than
Alright, here we go.
Come on, boy. Give me a little sport for my trouble.
So we're going to try and use the terrain to our advantage. We don't want to be brawling per se. But we want to land our shots is important. But we want to fire both groups. Keep moving. There it is. Isn't it amazing how much of a difference, or how different these can play out?
Target's neutralized, Control. I'm heading back.
Ian, you're alright?
I'll make it.
That's what shooting straight does, yeah?
He's dead, Major. He didn't eject. Maybe he was afraid to.
Good riddance. Omega units, head to 00412150.
Alright, that's a win.
Escort Omega lead back to base.
No salvage, or no mech salvage. It still keeps throwing stuff at it, doesn't it? More streak SRMs, more LRMs. Let's go, next mission.
Hi, are you alright?
I'm fine, thanks.
I thought maybe you were going to come back. I thought maybe everything was over.
If something happens to me, the team has what it takes to finish things.
Well, maybe. But I'm not sure we could go on if we lost you. I couldn't.
Oh,
I
yes.
appreciate it, Jen. I do. The team's already shown it can handle the sacrifices, because we honored what they were fighting for. If I don't come back, Jen, honor me. Keep free Kentaris.
This is the voice of freedom.
They didn't
While
earn
Lord
that.
Roland and his puppet Duke talk of peace, they threaten atrocity. Now the resistance moves
And yeah, honestly,
to silence their threats and
it
lies.
did, and
Across Kentaris,
that's something I
resistance
really
groups no longer
appreciate about a
operate in
game like
secret,
this.
instead moving
Yeah,
openly and in force
we're all
against
thinking it, right?
Steiner occupation
But
forces. Last night, several of the Emir province border
how
towns and garrisons have
important
been retaken.
a game plan
In
is.
Hadra, the prison camps that once held our Duke Eric's top military personnel now lie in ruin. The prisoners freed to help carry forward the battle for freedom. James Cullen, the hated architect of Eric's murder and the abduction and execution of the innocent, now lies dead. In Jatil, resistance forces under Joanna Dressari have won repeated battles in heavy fighting with Roland's forces, striking key targets and crippling Roland's campaign of oppression. And on the Meridian coast, Ian Dressari fights to save Vale, threatened with destruction by Lord Roland. Already the deadline imposed by Roland has passed, yet Vale still lives. One by one, Roland's lies are silenced, his threats answered, and with your help, soon his rule will end. Act, citizens of Kentaris. Rally behind your royal family. Free your world and yourselves.
Sir, extraction operations are continuing. We've gotten out most of the locals, but we still have refugees being loaded onto ship. We ran into some delays last night. Some of Roland's coastal patrols have been rerouted to Vale. We need to take them out, or the evac is in trouble. They're no threat to us, but there isn't much question they'll fire on civilians. They hit a refugee staging area last night. We drove them back, but it's clear they'll shoot at anything that moves. Worse, we've sighted the destroyer Indomitable. It'll be in range to shell the shoreline and sink any ship that tries to escape. You'll have to destroy her, or the refugees are dead. Carl wanted to talk to you prior to your heading out. Good luck, sir.
Young Duke, you'll need to take the heaviest equipment we can muster. The Indomitable
Always.
is a heavy frigate. She'll be operating in water too deep for you to get close, so you'll have to take her out at a distance. Take some smaller weapons to deal with the patrols at the docks, but reserve space for armor and heavy weapons to deal with Indomitable. I think reactive armor would be best. For longer-range weapons, I recommend a Gauss rifle. It has the punch you need to send her to the bottom. Perhaps some ER large lasers would be good as well. Since you'll be in shallow water for much of your fight, heat will dissipate quickly.
Noted.
Careful, young Duke.
All right, that's a plan. But yeah, so that did go much better on our second time through, and I was saying that that really shows the importance of a game plan. The mistake I made on the first run through was not playing to the strengths of our loadout, which of course was heavy hitting, but slow recharge time for the PPCs, lots of heat, and I just let myself get overwhelmed. Whereas the right approach was to try and get some range, try and get some distance, and be accurate with those shots rather than just trying to get off everything that I had. So that's what I love about this game. That's what I love about all of these Mechwarrior games, is you have to think about what you're doing. That's the way it should be. And so, next mission. Defend Exodus. The city of Vale is endangered in spite of our best efforts. Everything's endangered, isn't it? We have been evacuating civilians, but time is short. 2 civilian ships remain at the docks, still taking on civilians. We need to buy these ships as much time as possible and guard them as they attempt to get out to sea. And as mentioned, there is a destroyer out there somewhere, and I was already thinking that range is important. We've got a second mauler now, so let's see if we can make use of this mauler. Another thing with Mechwarrior 4, I don't understand the naming. I mean, I think that it's Shadowcat 0, Osiris 1, Hellspawn 2, Hellspawn 3, Cougar 4, that it's the which mech you encountered next. Vulture 11, 12, 21. But it just feels a bit weird. Like, that's... I don't know. Was there a better way to do that? Maybe, maybe not. But either way. Here is our second mauler, which we will probably set up with very much the same again, because I think we now have... Yes, we do have enough Gauss rifles to run the same setup. Armor, what were we going to do? Maximum armor there. How did we set up the other one? 2 Gauss rifles. 2 large pulse lasers. 265 AMS. Happy days. We're just going to run exactly the same again. Because it works. Our lance mates are able to make it work. So, why change a good thing? Large pulse laser. Large pulse laser. Good. Yeah, I think that that's effectively what it's trying to do, but it just feels unnatural where that's, you know, like, why is this... Well, I know why it's Vulture 21. It's because it was the 21st mech. That just feels clunky, doesn't it? Let's jump into Mauler 22, Mauler 14. I think that's what does it for me. That's what feels weird for me, is that it's counting them all as mechs as a whole, rather than it being here's Mauler 1 and Mauler 2. It's Mauler 14, and you go, where was Maulers 1 through 13? It's like, no, that's counting all of the mechs. But that's alright. The two Maulers, you know what, we're going to stick with that Novacat. The PPCs are working well. This is another mission where range is important, and we've got some water, so I like it. We'll do it again. The Mauler's been working well for our lance mates. That Awesome's got a lot of large lasers, so let's do it.
I've got a few recon units deployed. It looks like Roland's mustering everything he can to get to the area. There's still a couple of civilian ships being loaded at the docks. You're their only protection. We haven't sighted Indomitable yet, but she'll be here shortly. I'll warn you once she's in range. Omega Recon, what are you seeing?
Private Eye 49er, we've got to get these people out fast. Steiner units are firing at anything in sight. We have some patrols and a tank unit sighted. Nav Point Alpha. A couple of fighters flew over about a minute ago.
Roger. Moving to engage at Alpha.
I've designated the docks as Nav Point Beta. Firing on civilians, and they call themselves soldiers. Let's see how they do when somebody's shooting back.
Sensors online. Weapons systems online. All functioning systems.
Alright, so we're on, and we're straight into it.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
Copy, over.
We got their attention.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level. Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level. Warning. Heat level.
That was a poor timing. But thankfully our lance mates are helping us out. Yeah, I know about the renaming. I'm just stubborn with that sort of stuff. I probably should be a bit better with my inventory management, but you know. Oh, that was...
Shutdown imminent. Target destroyed.
I was trying just then to set up a chain fire.
Target destroyed.
But it didn't work the way that I thought it would. I wanted to set up the third weapon group as a chain fire or single fire group, but well, that's alright. So what are we doing here? We are
Form up on me. Roger.
destroy all hostile units. Simple enough. Check the refugee ships until they reach open water. So I hope that that's not going to put any sort of timing or time pressure on us, because I feel that's always where these games play a little bit unfair, is when they use the threat of time or time restraints as a difficulty. But so we got a lot of allied stuff.
Take out designated target. Copy. Protect my target.
Sorry, sir.
No, you can't protect. That was the wrong button.
Novacat, dead ahead.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
So we've got an awesome. They've called Novacats, but I don't see any yet.
Private Eye 49er. We have Steiner mechs.
So there he is, bumping into buildings.
Shooting at non-coms.
Warning. Heat exceed level critical. Shutdown imminent.
Ah, I did not know that. I will keep that in mind. So F key after maxing on the lance mates allows us then to command all of them. Thank you. That will be helpful. Well, that is helpful, I should say. Alright, so I need to stagger my PPC fire a little bit. We need to fire... We can fire 2 groups. And then 1, let it cool off a little bit, and then go back to firing 2. Until we get to the water, at least. Where are we?
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
And I need a little bit more time in between them.
Warning.
Target's destroyed. That's a kill.
Ooh, she got some damage there.
Shutdown imminent.
Attack my target.
Much better, thank you.
Roger.
That is helpful, I appreciate it.
This is Forward 2-5. We've sighted some fast patrol boats.
So that's an enemy
moving in the
Novacat.
darkness.
Ian, you need to take out those patrol boats or they'll sink the refugee ships.
Heat exceeding recommended level.
Novacat down.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Yeah, I know, we're very toasty. How is he not
Attack my target. Roger. Attack
received
my
more
target.
damage?
Roger.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Very toasty. Yeah, that is the thing everybody loves about mercenaries is 2 full lances. Gotta love that.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended heat level critical.
I think I'm being a bit silly with these alpha strikes, aren't I? That's pushing things a bit. But why have my lance mates she's done. Right.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended
Yep.
Shutdown imminent.
My lance mates were doing an excellent job before, and I feel like they kind of dropped the ball with this last awesome.
Enemy detected.
Patrol boat, yeah, that's where we need to get to, isn't it?
Omega Control, we've just sighted 2
I mean, this guy has tanked a lot of damage.
Repeat, 2 blue water ships moving into range.
2.
Heat level critical. Shutdown imminent. Enemy detected.
Put him down. Come on, he's got to go.
Omega, this is Captain Verdun of the Alouette. We're not gonna last against this onslaught.
Calm down, Captain. We have mechs en route. They'll take care of the Steiner hostile. Just stay focused on getting the remaining refugees aboard.
Forward 2-5.
Yeah, we need to do something about this.
Thunderchild, same class as Indomitable.
Thank you.
Roger that. You copy, Omega Lead?
I copy.
Target is terminated.
Target dead.
Take out designated target. Copy. Attack my target. Roger.
Yeah, we spent way too much time with that second awesome. And my lance mates have fallen behind, so
Enemy detected.
yeah, we need to really get things back on track because we are falling behind. Come on, on me.
Point beta reached.
Omega, those shots are getting close. We need cover.
Acknowledged, Captain. We're on it. Stay calm.
But now we're in the water, so we can do a bit more.
Target dead.
Target destroyed.
All right.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Let's go. Yes. Whee. Okay, yeah, that hurt. Whee, alright. That is more than 2 LRM-20s. That is hurting. Ah, yep, that was a mistake. We paid for it. What did we say?
Initiate recovery. All units down. Mission aborted. Return to base.
This is Forward. Omega Lead.
That's, yeah. what do we say? It punishes poor plays, and that was a poor play. Yep. We found that out, but we should have known. That's just
Target destroyed.
all good. That's my fault, and that's what this is about.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Take out designated target. Copy.
Roger.
Alright, let's drop this Nova Cat.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level. Heat level critical. Shutdown imminent.
You're a bit too close there.
Warning.
He's done. Good.
Target dead.
I do still feel like the PPCs are the right choice. It was the whole closing the distance thing that was the critical error.
Target destroyed. Nav point Alpha reached.
Close up and form on me. Roger.
Roger.
Alright, so
Take out designated target.
Roger.
hopefully we can be a little more efficient with this, or these two awesomes. This pair of awesomes.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
That was a miss. I thought we were good. 900 meters is the PPC range, isn't it? Come on. Ah, that's frustrating.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
But I do want my lance mates to get involved. I know that they are piloting mechs that are a bit slower than me, but we need them to be getting amongst it.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Like, what are you doing stuck down here?
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended heat level critical.
Yeah, I know.
Shutdown imminent. Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Yes, that's what happens when you are firing PPCs in bulk. Come on.
Warning.
Oh,
Heat exceeding
yeah, that's
recommended level.
that is satisfying. So you should be down. Come on.
Warning. Heat exceeding level critical.
Jeez, they are tanky, these awesomes. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing much. Thank you. That's better.
Target destroyed. Target dead.
Okay, so we should have another awesome, which we haven't seen yet.
Form up on me.
Roger.
Who I want to put down quickly.
Private Eye 49er. We have Steiner mechs moving through the town. They're shooting at non-coms.
Novacat.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Novacat and awesome. Okay, so this is what we've got now. Oh, geez, yeah, we paid for that. Oh, that's a real shame that was a miss. We have taken way too much damage here. And we're stuck again on terrain. Come on. Come on. Jeez, we're really stuck.
This is Forward 2-5. We've sighted some fast patrol boats moving in on the docks.
Ian, you need to take out those patrol boats or they'll sink the refugee ships.
Roger.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Yep, that's what happens when you are playing it like this. Keeping an eye out for a repair bay, hoping that there's one stashed somewhere around here, but
Target destroyed.
thank you.
Target dead.
Attack my target.
Roger. Roger.
Now this is the awesome that gave us trouble. No, don't look at me.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Ooh, okay, yep.
Warning. Heat level critical. Shut down imminent.
Alright, so we've taken way too much damage. I'm hoping that we'll still be okay if we are able to use distance with those destroyers.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
Yeah, they're a very toasty mech, and the AI is not always the best at riding that heat curve. Alright, we're back on track.
Heat exceeding recommended level.
Form up on me.
Roger.
But what have I had to say to myself so many times? Do not rush
We've
in.
just sighted 2 blue water capital ships moving into range. Repeat, 2 blue water ships moving into range.
2, attack my target.
Copy. Roger.
It's all the comms that gets you, which is the entire point of it. It's,
Calm down, Captain. We have mechs en route. They'll take care of the Steiner hostiles. Just stay focused on getting the remaining refugees aboard.
which makes you feel as if you have to rush in.
Child, same class as Indomitable.
Roger that. You copy Omega Lead?
I copy.
Heat exceeding recommended.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Once again, my guys are stuck back there, which does frustrate me. It seems that they, for some reason, will just stop advancing. And I'm not 100% sure on what causes that exactly.
Attack my target.
But that's what we'll do. Oh, come on. We'll set them onto the destroyer. Now we're good.
Acknowledged, Captain. We're on it. Stay calm. Get ready to get underway as soon as possible.
It's a lot of damage. Need to protect the right side.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's take out. Come on, put him down.
Designated target.
Ah. Jesus. That is a lot more than 2 LRM-20s. And yeah, I should have thought about the nav points there. No, you don't.
Stay on course, Verdun. We'll send in craft to pick up survivors. Just get out of there. Omega rescue.
Oh.
As soon as you can.
Oh, come on.
Target's destroyed. Target dead. Oh no, we've lost them both. Omega break off. We'll try to pick up anyone who gets out. All recovery teams, do what you can. Mission abort.
Yeah, what are we doing wrong there? Is it... fire out. That is frustrating. Is it a case of we need to be in the Mauler instead and making use of the Gauss rifles? Do we have anything else that can carry Gauss rifles like that? Because... actually, we don't have any... I've only got one other Gauss rifle. I don't think that we have anything else. Yeah, I feel like that's probably the case. No, those aren't Omni points, so... So maybe... the Mad Cat has more armor than the... Mad Cat has more armor than a Nova Cat, but by how much? 405. Plays 432. It's also faster. I'm just wondering if I should be... Yeah, I feel like I want the speed. Because we weren't even in range of that second destroyer, so...
Sensors online.
Let's see how we go.
Systems online.
But,
All functioning systems nominal.
Form up on me.
I don't know. We'll see.
Take out designated target.
Copy. Copy. Roger.
Target destroyed.
Looks like a Steiner Heavy at range.
Target destroyed.
Oh, come on.
Target destroyed. Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level. Target destroyed. Nav point Alpha reached.
Here's the Nightshades. Did we end up getting that Nova Cat? I think that the pulse lasers are a smarter bet against the smaller enemies, including the patrol boats, which I think is a good idea to take these out quickly. This PPC is still hurt.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended.
Yeah, I know.
Heat level critical. Shutdown imminent.
Target destroyed.
Target's destroyed. Target dead.
Private Eye 49er. We have Steiner mechs moving through the town. They're shooting at non-coms.
Target destroyed. Warning.
All right.
Heat exceeding recommended level.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Roger. Copy. Over.
I'm taking a slightly different angle because I'm wondering if we are going to find a repair bay back here. That might be wishful thinking, but why not, right? We found one in that other mission. I do think that the large pulse lasers are a smarter bet, or are a smart bet in general.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level.
In terms of being able to dish out a bit more damage.
Target's destroyed. That's a kill.
But we're still toasty.
Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Still taking a lot of damage to that center torso though.
Warning. Heat exceeding recommended level. Target destroyed.
All right.
That's a kill.
So let's now send everybody
Move out to my nav point.
to the nav point. I think we've got all of the mechs. So head to the nav point and let's get this sorted. What is the range of those LRMs? That's the problem. I thought that with the PPCs I could outrange the destroyers, but maybe not. The Mad Cat is doing a better job though, it seems. Which again shows the importance of speed and maneuverability. I think that was something I might have discredited or underestimated, I should say.
Roger.
Because this has gone smoother. in part because of being able to reposition and play things a bit better that way. Is there a repair bay back here? Maybe not. Mech hangars aren't repair bays, are they? I don't believe they are. They're just hangars. So, how's it going to work now? Here we go, patrol boats.
Enemy detected.
Lots of them.
Target destroyed. Enemy detected. Enemy detected. Target destroyed. Enemy detected. Target destroyed.
I'm not sure about that detail with the PPCs. I know that they do that in Mechwarrior 3. I'm not sure about in Mechwarrior 4, but you're right, things do get pretty toasty. Is this a... no, those are birds. So the patrol boats have turned and fled. Where are my lance mates? 1, 2, 3. How come you guys are just hanging out there? Anyway. Right, now we have... Yep, there is no onslaught. We've taken them out.
They'll take care of the Steiner hostiles. Just stay focused on getting the remaining refugees aboard.
Forward 2-5, second frigate is designation Thunderchild. Same class as Indomitable.
Roger that. You copy Omega Lead?
I copy.
Where are they? So I think we are in a better place. There we go.
Take out designated target.
Roger. Copy. Roger.
Enemy
Simply... What are you doing? That's a new one. Thank you. I need our lance mates to be dishing damage and tanking some damage as well for us, because... oh, look at that. That's... Jesus, that is... that's rough. That's very rough. Come on, get in there. Look at how those LRMs are working. Yeah, so those LRMs are not working to the same rules as normal LRMs, are they? They're very much doing their own thing. Come on. But also look at the lock-on and look at the way that they that those missiles change trajectory. Yeah, where's the second? There he is. Yeah, look at the way those missiles arc.
Take out designated target.
Oh, bloody hell.
We've lost them both. Omega, break off. We'll try to pick up anyone who gets out. All recovery teams.
That's 3 in a row.
Mission abort.
That's 3 in a row. Come on. We don't have anything that can tank against those frigates, though. Oh, far out. That is so disappointing. Is it maybe the Mauler? The Mauler has got so much more armor, so maybe that is the safe bet. We'll do more damage with the Gauss rifles. So we're going to give it one more crack. I don't like losing like this. I don't like replaying missions. So this will be it. This will be the last crack. But far out. That's punishing. That is punishing. I don't feel like they're playing fair with the way that those LRMs are working. But hey, this is where we are.
Copy. Roger, roger.
Target destroyed.
Come on.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Nightshade. Come on, guys. Where are those mechs?
Form up on me.
Roger, roger, roger.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Come on, where are you? He's out of range. Alright, we're ignoring that Nightshade.
Attack my target.
Roger. Copy. Roger.
We got their attention.
Steiner Novacat, dead ahead.
Need to hit the CT on that Novacat. Like that.
Target destroyed. Target
Good.
destroyed. Target
Next.
Take out designated target. Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Yeah, I definitely feel you on that. It's frustrating. It's and it's very easy to fall into a hole. But I do feel like perhaps the Mauler is the smarter choice. The Gauss rifles are definitely helping us out with cooling, and they do more damage as well. So I just find the thing with me is that it's really easy to get sucked in. You know, the game is trying to put pressure on you with the civilian ships, with the destroyers. It's trying to force my hand. This type of dialogue. Like, that doesn't mean anything.
Take out designated target. Roger.
But it makes you feel like you have to play differently. It makes you feel like you have to take more risks. Which, I guess that's good game design in some regards. But it's frustrating when you get suckered in, isn't it? And you know it's doing it.
Target destroyed. Target dead.
Attack my target.
Roger. Roger. Roger.
Take out designated target.
Roger. Roger. Roger.
Maybe this wasn't the best idea to go on face-to-face with the Awesome like this, but
Target's destroyed. That's a kill.
there's way too much damage in the center torso. We are going to have... what are we doing? Nav beta, go there. We're going to have to use those side torsos to shield from the ships because our center torso is ready to pop. It really is something that they got right. Well, I don't know if got right is the correct term, but old games definitely put effort into that. Making things feel harder than they actually were. Now, what are you stuck on? But, hey, that's game design for you.
Ian, you need to take out those patrol boats, or they'll sink the refugee ships.
Roger.
And those seagulls keep looking like helicopters or planes out on the horizon there. So what's the... We can't go out into the open. What's the play here? We need our lance mates to tank some damage for us. Ah, yeah. The,
Enemy detected.
I'm on station at the nav point.
Not pretty.
Enemy detected. Target destroyed. Enemy detected. Enemy detected. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
Attack my target.
Copy. Roger. Roger.
I'm just trying to get the lance mates out there, which seems to be working.
Target destroyed. That's a kill.
Take out designated target.
Alright, so that is the patrol boats.
Target destroyed. Target dead.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Copy. Copy. Over.
Target destroyed.
Target's destroyed. That's a kill.
Omega Control, we've just sighted 2 Blue Water capital ships moving into range. Repeat, 2 Blue Water ships moving into range.
2. Throttle down.
Copy.
Roger. Copy. Over.
Omega, this is Captain Verdun of the Alouette. We're not gonna last against this onslaught.
Calm down, Captain. We have
Alright.
mechs en route. They'll take care of the Steiner hostiles. Just stay focused on getting the remaining refugees aboard.
Forward 2-5, second frigate is designation Thunderchild. Same class as Indomitable.
Roger that. You copy, Omega Lead?
I copy.
So this is it.
Enemy detected.
Take out designated target.
Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Enemy detected.
Look at the way those missiles change trajectory. That's not fair. You're not playing fair, Mechwarrior. They change... It's like they lock on after they've been fired.
Damage critical.
Oh, far out.
Target destroyed.
Alright, there she goes. 4-9er confirms. First frigate going down.
Alright, that's better.
Take out the second, and the refugees should have a clear path.
Target is terminated.
Target's destroyed. That's a kill.
Attack my target.
Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Now the second.
Beta reached.
Omega, we're loaded. Gassing up. Omega, those shots are getting close. We need cover. Omega! Omega!
Jesus.
One of the refugee ships.
No, don't do that.
She's going down fast.
Target
Stay on
Oh,
course,
that's
Verdun.
lucky.
We'll send in craft to pick up survivors. Just get out of there. I'll make a rescue.
That
Move in as
ship
soon
that
as
we
you can to
lost
pick up survivors. Roger, Control. There goes the second frigate.
was from them shooting at us.
Murderers. Omega Line.
Alright.
Forward confirms second frigate is sinking. Omega Rescue. Once you finish with the friendlies, sweep the area where the frigates went down and see if you can pick up any survivors.
Roger, Control. We'll head out as soon as we can. Target destroyed.
Target's destroyed. Target
Alright, are we
dead.
good?
Close up and form on me.
Roger.
Roger. Roger.
Unreal, that's punishing. I think that it might have, that the timing of this mission might have been slightly off. If we had to, because there's no way these boats were surviving any amount of time out there with those destroyers floating around. Yet here we are having to wait for them to, or wait for the remaining one to reach presumably a nav point on the map. So this would not have been possible with those enemies still floating around. Yeah, it's a It's not a pleasant universe. It's pretty dark. No one ever said that BattleTech was the future you want to live in.
Ian, the refugees are away.
There we go.
Safe. Head back and we'll get set for lift. The Resistance has been broadcasting the battle live. I'll patch you in.
This is Allison Blum aboard the Alouette. We're just off the Meridian coast now and headed for open water. We have just witnessed a pitched battle between the occupation forces and Rasari loyalists. Vale is all but destroyed. But even as Steiner shelled the town and fired on civilians attempting escape, Ian Rasari stood with us and silenced Roland's murderers. The Alouette is the last of a flotilla that evacuated the entire town. We're now following the rest of the ships heading out to sea and to safety. Vale is no more. But Lord Roland's threats against the people is now an empty one. People of Kintares, unite with us. Today it's been dramatically proven that Roland can no longer oppress us. Kintares will be free.
I mean, it's a sci-fi universe that is literally based around war. So that is how it is. But I always kind of think of it funny when people are talking about their favourite faction or whatever in Mechwarrior. I like Clan Jade Falcon, which is because Mechwarrior 2 was my introduction to all of this, and it's stuck with me ever since. But I absolutely know that the Jade Falcons are some pretty nasty people. And I think that anyone who wants to suggest that their chosen faction, that their side is, shall we say, better or more noble or whatever, something like that, you're kind of kidding yourself a little bit. They're all nasty. They're all horrible people. They all do terrible things. But that's BattleTech. But we made it through. No salvage. Well, no mech salvage, but a few goodies. Another LB-20 autocannon, so they'll be put to use later. And now we're into the city, Op 6, into the urban stuff. So close quarters, things are going to be slow, things are going to be heavy, so we might be bringing out those AC-20s, we'll see. But that is enough for me tonight. I don't like losing 3 in a row like that, so glad to get it back. But yeah, that's enough for now. Yeah, it's City would be fun. But Clan Wolf and Jade Falcon, the Jade Falcon's kind of got suckered into that thing of being the bad guys, right? Like, which is fine. That's how it goes. It's definitely LBX time, and Clan Wolf kind of got positioned as being good guys, right? But that's kind of my point. Is that you're kidding yourself if you think that there are good guys in any Mechwarrior and BattleTech scenario. Like, yep, Clan Wolf, sure, they wanted to go. Well, they were the Warden factions rather than the Crusader factions, which was basically the clan ideology of, do we want to conquer the Inner Sphere? Or we want to rule the Inner Sphere, but do we want to do it by conquering it? Or are we doing it to conquer it, or are we doing it to save it? In the end, does it really matter? If you're a civilian, if you're just a regular citizen, I don't think that you're going to be thankful for Clan Wolf coming and being your Crusader overlords. Sorry, Warden overlords. You're still going to be unhappy that you've been invaded. So that's my take on it. There are no good guys in this story. It's just whoever you feel like represents you the best, whoever you think is the coolest. Simple as that sometimes. So yeah. But that's kind of how it should be, because let's be honest, that's a bit more realistic than good guys and bad guys. It's not that kind of universe, and I don't think that kind of universe is really what we would come across all those years into the future. But that will do me for tonight. That's enough Mechwarrior 4. I'm looking forward to the next one. City fighting. This was a big thing when Mechwarrior 4 first came out. Being able to fight in an urban environment. And it'll be fun. But yep, LBX time. Close quarters combat. Slow, methodical, punchy. That's the way to do it. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. Hope you're doing well. Take care of yourself. And we'll see you next time. Thanks very much.